Hey folks, Tim Newman with Soft Lite Studios bringing you yet another daily assignment. Today's assignment, July 24th, 2019. Our assignment today is titled, Let's Go to the Fair. And that's exactly what we want you to do. County and state fairs are as American as hot dogs and apple pie. So paint on a little patriotism and go out and capture some fair pictures in your area. Summertime is the perfect time to grab some fair shots near you. Okay, let's take a look at our first sample picture here. In our first sample picture, I love the perspective on this ride. I really like the way we're looking up at the underside of the ride, and I like the way that perspective is making the underside of the ride a little darker toned and really just making those red lights stand out, and those red lights kind of working against the blue background light in the sky really makes this look like a really nice stylized kind of two-tone or duotone image, so I really dig that. Our next sample image, candy apple, and I'd be able to continue with this video if I weren't hungry, but I'm hungry, so my attention has been grabbed here. I would have gone for caramel though. No, that's just the caramel. No, seriously, what I really love here is the minimal depth of field that makes that candy apple really pop off the background. And by the way, don't lose sight of the fact that there's a nice diagonal image working its way across the scene in the background. Really nice composition here for that. All right, let's take a look at some of the elements of design that really matter to us here. I think lines are the order of the day. Lots of leading lines that pull the viewer's eye from the edge of the picture into the middle and takes them all the way through the scene. Shapes are important here as well. Lots of shapes at fairs. Rides are all about the shapes and their patterns and symmetry. And then last but not least, the one that we really shouldn't forget is color. Color is critical here, and you'll find color all over at county and state fair shots. That's how they're grabbing your attention as the consumer. They are trying to suck you in and have you take a look at those colors, and it works, trust me. All right, let's take a look at some more sample images. Nothing could say Southwest America more than a bunch of young boys lined up in a fence wearing their cowboy boots, getting ready to go into the show ring. I think this picture really says it very nicely. We don't even need their faces in this picture. I think the boots convey the message very, very clearly. I think the diagonal line across here and the way everything's really nicely organized and patterned looks really, really good. Our next image, well, it's Jimmy Plant from Led Zeppelin. No, I'm totally kidding. It's a sheep, of course, but he's a cool sheep because he's got lots of earrings. No, I think the thing that matters here more than anything else is our perspective, our point of view, getting down on the exact same eye level with the sheep. Now, I know some of you may say, hey, I don't see an eye, but it's there. Trust me. Perspective matters a lot in people and animal shots, no doubt about it. In our last sample image, a tractor pull. Nothing more American than a tractor pull. And I really love tractor pulls. They're a lot of fun. But they're also a blast to photograph. You know, this is a perfect opportunity to control your shutter speed and get that tractor sharp, but that tire a little bit blurry. That was clearly thought out in this image. I really like the way we have stuck with the rule of thirds here, both horizontally and vertically, putting the tractor driver right at a point of intersection between those panels. And last but not least here, I think it's pretty clear that the photographer that took this picture really thought about the dead space versus the active space in the scene. And the spectators in the background don't hurt either. So there you go. There's our sample images. Let's take a look at the rules of composition that matter to us. And what we're really focusing on here in a lot of these shots is the rule of thirds. And they really are permeating a lot of these scenes and doing a good job at helping divide up the scene. I think leading lines are definitely a critical thing, as we've mentioned before. Look for ways to guide the viewer's eye through the image. And there's a lot of opportunities at the fair to think about frames within a frame, ways of framing up rides within another frame or framing up viewers within another frame. All right, here are our rules that you need to follow if you're going to export images for consideration in our semi-monthly critique process. And below that, an example name for today's date and our naming standard. If none of this makes sense, look at the Update 01 video, for which there is a link included below in the description. Also, you'll find the upload URL as a link down below in the description as well, so you don't have to type all that gobbledygook, just click on it. And speaking of clicking, why haven't you clicked on that subscribe button yet? That's important stuff. Don't forget that step. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks, and remember, as we always say, learning equals skills, practice equals mastery. We'll see you out there.